Yeah, this is We Are Podcast, the only show where we talk about what we want to talk about. We Are Podcast, let the ice house flow. We Are Podcast, it's an internet talkie show. We Are Podcast, you know the mouse knows. We Are Podcast, so look up an episode and now let's start the show.
Hello and welcome to We Are Podcast, the only podcast on the internet where we talk about what we want to talk about. My name is Matt.
And my name's Phil of Overlord Tanks. Please join, and remember, we are always there for you.
And as always, thank you anyone and everyone for listening. We're back again with another episode of We Are Tries. Phil, we are the worst beer reviewers on the internet. And what are we trying today?
We are trying Four Loko
Gold.
14% alcohol by volume.
Alright, we don't need the Punisher for this one. We'll crack the top. And Phil, can ooh yeah.
To We Are Podcast.
Ooh yeah. Clang. Tastes like pineapple Four Loko. Actually, that might be the best Four Loko I've ever had. Because it doesn't taste like malt liquor.
Tastes like, it does taste like pineapple.
Yeah, like pineapple peach, pineapple mango, something like that.
I was kind of going between like a peach and a coconut type flavor. A little bit.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to tell. But you can definitely, it's strong enough. You can definitely taste the lager in it.
Yeah, I think it has somewhat of a pineapple flavor. Whatever, we got a lot of shit to talk about tonight, but anyways, yeah, I give this a try for the price. Malt liquor. I give it a try. What's your final thoughts on this?
I think I'd give it a try. You should try it at least one time.
It's got the gold stamp of approval from We Are Podcast and Four Loko itself. But Phil, something that doesn't have the gold stamp of approval. Go Power Rangers!
No sequel Rangers.
It's not me. I don't. Yeah, I'm about to say I haven't looked up the numbers, but it's not making money. Holy shit, it sucked. Holy crap, nostalgia, punch in the face. Damn it.
It was boring.
Yeah. Okay, for those of you that don't know, we're going to start reviewing the Mighty Morphin, or it's not even called the Mighty Morphin, it's just the Power Rangers, right?
Right, they cut out the Mighty Morphin.
Yeah, they cut out the Mighty Morphin part. It's just the Power Ranger movies from 2016. Holy fuck. And let's just straight up be honest. The only reason why this movie is getting made is because we like Power, hey, we're 90s kids, Power Rangers, go Power Rangers. Like so we even started off, da-da-da. And
I
dude,
agree. People were like, what? You don't know who the Power Rangers are?
Yeah, the soundtrack from the 90s, even though they used part of it in the new movie, dude, like it's Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. That's some hype shit. But fuck, like I said, the only reason, this is what I was talking about. This movie got made, why? Because Hot Topic merch sold.
I agree.
Uh,
Anyone could cash in on that.
That Super Sentai, whatever, I don't know all about that. But for the most part, if we want to see a Power Ranger movie, we want to see dudes and females in plastic outfits punching people. This movie did not give
I agree, and that's absolutely what we didn't get.
Yeah. They waited till like the last 10, 20 minutes where the Zord... If you've ever watched one episode of the Power Rangers and wondered, like, why don't they just start with the giant Zord and stomp on the monster? Holy shit, that's the movie. And it's... Me feel we're getting old and shit, you know, it's like... And plus the kids, they're so angsty.
Maybe.
You know... my family life sucks. Oh, fuck me, man.
Emo Rangers.
Yeah, Emo Rangers.
They listen to Korn.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, dude, I could... Oh, man, these they were so fucking whiny.
I remember.
And that's it.
Well, plus they tried to, reinvent the old Power Rangers, back in the day where they used to help out the neighborhood and...
Yeah, Ranger Grove,
yep,
yeah.
the good old Power Rangers gang, count on them, and it just wasn't convincing to me still.
Dude, the only thing that was Power Rangers about this movie was Rita Repulsa. I can't remember the only main... the only named actress in this movie. I can't remember her name, but she must have been a Power Ranger fan. Yo, your waifu, fucking Rita Repulsa film. She was the only fucking...
Well, they had to have one of the old time villains in it.
Yeah, but she was the only good part of the movie, right? Because she was lit.
I agree.
Because that's what I was talking about. Like, when we went to this movie, what do you want to see from a Power Ranger movie, Phil? You want to see people beating up putties, giant robot shit, and Rita Repulsa going, after 10,000 years, you know. And what the fuck did we get? We got a crappy Christopher Nolan fucking reboot of the Power Rangers?
I agree.
Yeah, what the fuck?
It's like, I agree. It's just I don't know why, but for some reason, they did try to stick with the old Power Rangers gang and how they went around the neighborhood and helped people and all that. It still didn't convince... I wasn't convinced enough still. I was just like, yeah, but I'm still not convinced enough. It just... For some reason, it didn't convince me.
Well, that's why you're not convinced.
Maybe they shouldn't have done it like that. I'm not sure.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why you're not convinced, because when you're seeing the Power Rangers, even though they're primary colors, red, blues, yellows, and blacks, reds, and pink. But still, when they show them on film, it's still dark. They shade them dark. The pink... Why the fuck is the Pink Ranger shaded so dark?
I agree.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what has a...
What, are they just coming out of the dark and attacking?
Yeah, there's a detachment between the coloring. That's what I'm saying. That's
I kind of remember that. Like, they're all supposed to be... There's supposed to be some kind of hidden evil in them, maybe.
They're trying to well, like I said, that I can't remember the name of it, but that Power Ranger fan film that came out that made the Power Rangers all dark and shit.
Correct, I remember that.
Yeah, people, whoever wrote this movie thought that was super cool, and trying to make... That's the thing, that's what I was trying to say, Power Rangers, what do I want to see? I want to see people in bright colored outfits beat the crap out of monsters.
And I want to see an explosion happen, and they all jump up at the same time.
Yeah, when I see a karate chop, I want to see some sparks fly out.
Classic.
Yeah, that's what I want from a Power Rangers movie. Did that happen? No, fuck no.
It didn't.
Yeah. And that's the other thing too. Like, spoilers, I guess, for the next, like, 2 or 3 minutes. Rita Repulsa's big plan is, like, she's stealing a bunch of gold from the earth to make Goldar. One of the classic villains. Dude, to be honest with you.
Cheap Goldar.
Yeah.
Or what we could afford.
Well,
Gar.
yeah.
Like it.
CGI Gar.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm about to say CGI Gar. Dude, when the person in a rubber suit looks better than the fucking CGI you're doing, you're fucking up your movie, right?
I agree. That is correct, though.
Yeah. And Goldar's not even, well, like, hey, spoilers, like I said, we watched Power Rangers back in the day, and Goldar, other than maybe, like, attacking the Green Ranger maybe once or twice, what did he do? He's like, yes, my queen.
Oh, listen.
He was never really that big of a villain anyways.
At your command.
Yeah, at your command.
I can't do what I want to do.
Yeah. But
I don't get my time.
Yeah. Phil, that's what I'm saying, that's what sucks. Like, when the fucking CGI version of that character looks worse than the guy in a fucking rubber suit. Because, Phil...
Not that convincing.
Yeah, it sucks. This movie sucks. And it takes fucking forever for the fucking Power Rangers to become the fucking Power Rangers.
I agree.
Oh.
I think it took at least half the movie.
Yo, this is hot topic. The movie Go Emo Rangers. Dun, 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 we got emotional problems. We won't figure it out till the end of the movie. Bam, bam, dude, this is what I was saying. Like, a Power Ranger movie shouldn't be that hard. Guess what? They find magic power rings and then they beat up monsters.
Right.
And then one of those monsters grows big. How hard of a fucking movie is that to make? Oh!
Yep. It was the Power Core, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They found a Power Rangers core.
Yeah, like I said, they found the magic ring. They found That's the other thing, too. Like, they found the rings, and yeah, dude, they're not emotionally synced or something. They mix. You know what it was? Those fucking Power Ranger movies that look like Iron Man suits cost too much fucking money to animate.
I agree.
Yeah, so we gotta wait till the last 20 minutes to fucking actually use them. We spent all of our money on Bryan Cranston being Zordon. And he was... That's the other thing, too. Like, no offense to Bryan Cranston.
There was a breach in the contract.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the other thing, too. Bryan Cranston, he...
Nope, you gotta make out my face.
Yeah. No, what I think is like Bryan Cranston was like, okay, yeah, he did a couple of voices of the monsters from the original Power Rangers, the Mighty Morphin Power.
I know.
Yeah. So
I saw the video.
Yeah, nostalgia. But I think Bryan Cranston got his shit shot in a day. He was like, holy fuck, it took 3 hours to get all these CGI balls put on my face. Okay, I'm gonna read these lines once, and then I'm getting the fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck. I didn't give a shit about Power Rangers when I was a nobody, and I don't give a shit about Power Rangers when I'm now. You know? When I'm a fucking Academy Award. That's the problem with this whole fucking movie, is like, no one fucking cared. I guess I don't need to really review the movie at this point. Fuck it. I think it sucked. It's a giant toy commercial.
It was very boring.
Yeah. The whole reason why you go to
very slow.
Yeah, the whole reason why you would go to this fucking movie in the first place is to see the Power Rangers and giant robots punch shit. And
definitely worth an arcade trip.
Yeah, it doesn't even do that. fuck this movie. Pass. Pass. Fuck this movie. Phil,
I could have gone my whole life without seeing this movie.
Yeah. Phil.
You weren't missing nothing.
Yeah. Phil, usually our the way our movie goes is see it, rent it, pass. And pass is obviously the worst one because, pass. But, man, fuck this movie. This movie pisses me. The more and more we talk about it, the more and more this movie pisses me off. I want my money back. That is fucking...
You're slow.
Yeah. Ugh.
And I normally don't bail out of movies and go to the arcade. That's a seldom. I normally don't do that.
Yeah, Phil, I've never walked out on a movie, and usually I stay awake from a movie, but Phil, not gonna lie, you told me I passed out. I fell asleep for about, 20 some odd minutes of that fucking movie? The Power Ranger movie.
Yeah. More than that.
I don't even... Well, what did I say?
More than that. Like I said, you passed out before the droids came up, so I realized that was halfway.
Well, the second the robots started showing up and blowing up stuff.
Well, it looked really bad in the first place anyway.
The CGI,
I wasn't convinced at all. It looked so bad.
That's the other thing, too. The CGI in this fucking movie is horrible.
And plus, I remember I said, well, they showed all the action in the trailer in the first place. I was like, I think I saw the whole movie.
This is some PS.
The trailer was bad, too, because I was like, I think I saw the whole movie.
That's the other thing, too. Like, this is on PS2 CGI. Like, you think the movie will
Armored Core.
Yeah. You think the movie will look a little bit better than the trailer, but then we saw the movie and just like, fuck. What the fuck did we just watch?
It wasn't convincing enough at all, I thought. I was like, I'm not convinced enough.
And that's the, like I was saying.
I'm not feeling it. I wasn't feeling it at all.
And that's what I'm saying, like, I wasn't going in looking for great shit to begin with. Yo, people in rubber suits beating the crap out of other people in rubber suits. That's all I was looking for. And this movie couldn't even give me that. So I think we already gave our review. Fuck it, this movie pissed me off. Fuck it, pass. Fuck, Phil, like I said, we give pass. I never give a fuck this movie, but fuck this movie. I'm boosting the rating. Fuck this movie. Fuck this movie. What the fuck? Even if you're not even there's nothing redeemable about this fucking movie. Fuck this movie. There's no reason to watch it at all. What's your final thoughts?
I'm definitely gonna have to go with the pass.
No, fuck this movie. Go with fuck this movie. Our new rating, fuck this movie. Because there's nothing redeemable.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a fuck this movie then, because...
Why would you ever watch it?
Right.
Except for the last 20 minutes, maybe. Oh, I'm sorry, this is your review. I don't mean to cut you. My bad, man.
Right.
Your final thoughts.
Right, but they did try to stick with the classic. Yeah, the Power Rangers are trying to help out the neighborhood and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And for some reason I wasn't convinced about it. I don't know why, but it just didn't convince me at all. And then I remember I lost interest in it almost after that. Like, I know they used to help people out back in the day, and they were the neighborhood heroes and all that, but I just wasn't convinced enough. It didn't convince me. I didn't feel like I had a connection with the characters that were doing it as well.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. You don't connect with any of these characters. You're like, oh man, fuck, whatever.
I wasn't feeling it at all.
Yeah, whatever. Like I said, fuck this movie. I'm making a new rating. Fuck this movie. What's your rating?
I could have woke up happy and not have seen this movie, so I'll give it a Fuck that.
Yeah. Yeah, but I say you agree with me. Fuck this movie.
Yep.
I
I wouldn't have had no problem freaking not seeing that for the rest of my life.
Yeah, you're not missing anything. You don't need to watch this movie. You're not missing anything. And I guess while we're talking about this, the other thing, Phil, you only watched the first episode of Netflix Iron Fist, right?
Oh, you mean pass Rin Fist?
Yeah.
I'll pass Rin Fist?
Yeah. Hey, hey, Phil, I bit the bullet. I watched all 13 goddamn episodes.
I know.
And it is not good.
I'll pass on it, Fist.
Yeah. Alright, you ready? Get pumped.
Alright, hard man.
Why?
Alright, hard man. Tough man.
Just trying to get that OG adrenaline run.
Anabolic man. Ooh. Anabolic steroid dude.
No, that one commercial we saw, the American Dream just did a lot of cocaine and now he's selling you a car.
Super beta prostate. Super beta prostate. Beta side sterol. You remember that?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, Phil, once again, I bit the bullet.
I only saw one episode and I was like, End
Netflix.
Rin Fist. More like it.
Okay, what we're talking about is Netflix Iron Fist. Personally, I like all the Netflix stuff except for Iron Fist. Phil, you're not the hardcore Netflix hardcore Marvel fanboy that I am, but you watch this first episode and I'm not gonna lie, this is fucking.
It was boring.
Yeah.
More like Rin Fist.
Yeah. Okay. You just watched the first episode. You talk about the first episode and why you didn't want to watch the rest of the show. I watched all 13 episodes. Oh God, why? Why do I do this to myself?
Epic Rin Fist.
Yeah, and I watched Batman v Superman by myself too. Why do I do this shit to myself, Phil? But whatever, Phil. You just watched the first episode, you didn't care, and just, I don't know, you give the review of your first episode, the first episode.
Well, when I saw the first episode, all I saw was a bunch of talking. And I was like, where's the action?
That's the other thing too, like, people
I was like, well, I thought they said, like, kung fu action and stuff. And then I was like, they talked. Like,
well,
there's no kung fu or whatever in the first episode.
That's what I want to say too, like...
Or white kung fu, whatever they're calling it.
I don't want... Well, yeah, okay, yeah. Iron Fist, Dan Rand, has always been a white dude. In the comic books, at least.
I remember.
Yeah, and people were pissed off that they weren't making him Asian person for the Netflix show. You know, because diversity, yada, yada, yada. I don't know. And that's the thing, like, I don't really care if Danny Rand gets changed into an Asian.
Well, you know, like they weren't trying to market to Asian people, maybe.
Well, the reason why Danny Rand Iron Fist exists in the first place is because Marvel back in the day, they did a comic book adaptation of. It's because Marvel Comics did a adaptation of Bruce Lee's Enter the Dragon. And they're like, hey, people like that Bruce Lee character. Hey, blaxploitation is somewhat of a thing. Let's mix iron, you know? Let's mix Dolomite with Bruce Lee, Iron Fist, and Luke Cage.
Well, they obviously figured out something. So they could draw the fan base.
Yeah, that's... You know, like I said, that's
like a web.
That's why, yeah. Like I said, I don't watch Game of Thrones, and the guy that's Iron Fist, the Immortal Iron Fist. Like you said, you only watched the first episode, so you're like dip out.
Actually, I didn't even watch that much.
Eh.
I was like, oh.
But that's what I'm saying. Like he's so slow. Like Iron Fist, even in Danny Rand in the comics, he's supposed to be like one of the top 5 martial artists of all time. But whatever that guy's name is, like they only hired him because he was fucking, hey, Game of Thrones is fucking popular, right? Let's hire this guy.
Kind of look like that guy.
Yeah, and he kind of looks like Danny, the character he's supposed to be, right? Phil, you and me have done some independent films ourselves where we did slow ass.
I agree.
Yeah, where we done some slow ass action kung fu. But at the same time, this is the net. This has money behind it, right?
A little bit like Dolomite Fist.
Yeah, exactly.
Dolomite Fist.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Like, no disrespect to Rudy Ray Moore. I fucking love Dolomite movies. But
Classic.
yeah, cult classics, exploitation films. But Iron Fist, who's supposed to be one of the best martial artists in the Marvel Universe, and he looks like a fucking Dolomite movie?
I agree. It is correct.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
But Marvel have always been notorious for that. Like they'll bring something back that you saw before, and they're like, oh, but we're bringing it back. And like they're pointing a finger at you, and they're like, "Oh, but we're bringing it back now." Like, yeah, we decided to bring that back all of a sudden.
Well, Phil, this is what I was thinking about.
Jokto.
Himhula.
Hemahula. That's what he was saying.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying. Like with the Luke, but Phil, you didn't watch the whole Luke Cage Netflix thing. I have.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, did we go? I thought you only watched like 6. Did we go through the whole thing?
I watched all of them.
Oh, really? Oh, shit, my
By
bad.
myself.
Oh, shit, my bad. But that was good.
It was. I agree. Actually, most of those were good.
Yeah,
all of them were good.
Yeah, he got a little, I get it, Harlem's black. Okay. Take a step back. But, you can't say that.
Well, it's kind of like,
But Phil,
kind of like, in Harlem, everybody get burned.
Yeah, but Phil, what I'm saying,
like that.
Yeah, but Phil, what I'm saying is like, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, you kind of felt for them. You kind of want them to succeed. Dude, even though you only watched the first episode of Iron... Do you really give a shit about Danny Rand?
Who?
Yeah, exactly.
Who?
Yeah, like I said...
Danny who? Danny huh?
Yeah. Like I say, you like Jessica Jones, you like Luke Cage. When I said Danny Rand, you're like, who? Right?
And Daredevil.
Oh, Daredevil too, yeah. Yo, when am I getting my Punisher fucking solo series? Plays Danny Rand like he does not. He took like what, a fucking weekend. He went down.
At least.
Yeah, he went down to the fucking looks like he just went to a weekend. He looks like he's the guy from Karate. No.
The main character? The guy that got kicked in the nuts?
No, the guy that's like break his knee.
Ah.
You know, he looks like he just take weekend kung fu. Yeah, Danny Rand, the guy that's supposed to be one of the greatest kung fu masters of the Marvel Universe, looks like he takes kung fu at the fucking youth center.
He does.
Yeah, right? Us,
He got them their black belts.
That's what I'm saying. He got some shit from the youth center. I feel you only watched the first episode of Iron Fist.
Skimmed.
Yeah, Iron Fist.
More like skimmed. I mean, that dude walked in and I was like, nah. I was like, nah.
You watched the first 3 episodes of Arrow, you've seen the same show. And
I agree. A little bit. Arrow's better than that.
oh yeah. At least Arrow has a fast paced. This is the thing I want.
If Iron Fist would have broke more necks.
You got me there. Not so much of the neck breaking.
Classic. Just kidding.
Yeah.
No more Zodin, right? No more Zod.
Zen. Zen.
No more Zodin necks. No more Zod necks. Or neck Zods, whatever.
Yeah. No more neck breaking.
Figure it out.
But that's what I'm saying, like, Iron Fist, main thing, like, Iron Fist is supposed to be, like, one of the top five, like, martial artists in the Marvel Universe. Like, if I try to, like, punch him, he can, like, judo chop my ass, like, 3 blocks down the way or something.
He can feel it coming.
Yeah.
Gimprin Fist.
And, like I said, Dan Rand, the guy, I don't know who the fuck this dude is. I didn't bother to look it up. If I don't look up what fucking beer we're reviewing, I don't fucking look up what fucking asshole we're talking about. But the guy that plays Iron
You have a
Fist,
romantic comedy.
he's so slow. Like I said, he's supposed to be one of the best martial artists of the Marvel Universe. But he looks like a Dolomite. He looks like Dolomite. He looks like Dolomite.
Like,
He's so...
while he was doing Kung Fu, he's going, Jaco! Hula! And use a snake on him! Use a snake on that SOB!
And Phil, even Luke Cage, Dolomite's exploit.
Put your weight on it!
Put a weight on it! Yeah. Which, I would let that go in Luke Cage, but even Luke Cage didn't do that. Like, whatever fucking Game of Thrones dude is, from...
Well, really,
What did he...
Luke Cage just had to do, like, it was kind of like, you know... Like,
push.
It was kind of like a supernatural type, you know, force type push, you know? Like, that looked supernatural, because it was like...
But what... You understand what I'm saying? Like...
There's a shockwave.
Yeah. Luke Cage is super strong. I get what you're saying. But... Understand where I'm coming. Like, Iron Fist, the immortal Iron Fist, is supposed to be like one of the greatest, you know, martial artists of all time. And he gets his ass beat throughout this whole fucking show.
Oh, I see.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
like I thought he was supposed to know everybody's move before they made it and all.
Well, not so much that, but he's supposed to be like one of the greatest. He's supposed to be like Goku or something from fucking Dragon Ball. You know, that guy who's just that. You know, if you want to karate him out, he'll fucking take you out. I don't know, man.
Well, maybe white people can't Chinese Kung Fu.
Cut that out.
I know. I can't say Chinese, I know.
Cut that out.
Anyway.
To be honest with you, I don't really know this. Like, they must fucking hate Iron Fist.
I think they were, I don't know.
Didn't know what the fuck they were doing, obviously.
Maybe Marvel thought that they could draw a Chinese crowd with it or something. I'm not sure. It's weird.
Well, like I said, my main problem is Danny Rand himself. He wants to try like he's doing
Well, he's still a white guy.
Well, Danny Rand's always been that's in comic books and Heroes for Hire. Danny's always been like Luke Cage is the straight man, like, oh yeah, and Danny's like, hey, I'm like the surfer, lighthearted guy. But you don't like in the comic books. Luke Cage and Danny Rand are best friends because Luke Cage is a straight guy and Danny Rand's the fucking goofy dude. But you don't. That's the thing. Like, you don't see why Danny Rand and Luke Cage would be friends in this fucking show. You know? Other than the fact that, at one point Danny gets Luke Cage's shirt. There's a bullet hole in it. Take a minute to think about flexibility of love interest. Phil Wolf. I don't know. Like I said, so we've been I was saying we're talking
break.
we're talking about
They ain't even listening, man.
That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about the Luke Cage, or I'm talking about the Iron Fist show, and you're like, I don't fucking care.
Just those last few minutes. I heard most of that. I was just like,
that's the problem with that. That's another problem with the Iron Fist Netflix show. Like it's like when these Netflix things come out, I watch them, and I got to episode 10. I was like, oh my god, I think it's done. Oh shit, I got 3 more episodes. Fuck. It's not good.
Yeah, it's kind of like they're following the rules of like what a normal movie would cost. Like, kind of like what they did in True Lies. Remember, the movie was about to end, but then, he takes off in a jet, and it's not over yet. A little bit.
Well, I think what it was is
they kind of want it to last as long as the movie, and then all of a sudden, now he's gonna do something.
I think what it is like the
It's kind of odd.
Yeah, I don't know.
Kind of an odd approach, but maybe they were just trying to try something new. I don't know.
Well, I will give like I said, that's why I like hey, at least they're giving it a shot. It don't work out that great.
Well, they had to have, I'm pretty sure they had to have, something down in the archives that said, you had to have some kind of Iron Fist.
And with that being said, this is the end of We Are Podcast episode. I don't fucking remember. You can leave us an email at wearepodcast, all lowercase, at gmail.com. My name is Matt.
And my name's Phil of Overlord Tanks. Thanks for being here with us tonight.
Thank you, anyone and everyone, for listening. Like I said, emails, yada, yada, yada. Thank you and good night.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, this is We Are Podcast, the only show where we talk about what we want to talk about. We Are Podcast, let the ice house flow. We Are Podcast, it's an internet talkie show. We Are Podcast, you know the mouse knows. We Are Podcast, so look up an episode and that's the show.